Hey, what's up, everybody? This is the Eggheads DFS Daily Podcast for February 5th, 2018. I am Dan Walker, and I've got Chris with me. What's up, man?
Nothing, man. How's it going?
Good, good. I'm
You're back.
glad to be back. Glad to be, back in
Yeah,
the
man.
swing of things, doing the sheets and doing the videos. So yeah,
Back to normal, Get things back on track, and
yeah, a
you're back
little
in the warm weather.
brief hiatus there, but I was still playing, but yeah, as far as
Yeah.
videos and you know cheat sheet and stuff. So I've got the cheat sheet done today. We'll do the video right now and then play tonight. And yeah, I mean we've got what is it? 7 games, I
Yep.
think.
Yep.
Yeah, 7 games. So um, you and I were talking about this, man. As I don't turn my ringer off. Sorry about that. You and I were talking about this. We like this slate. We like it a lot.
Yeah.
Um,
This is good.
I think we're
I
gonna.
like this.
I think you and I are playing some higher dollar GPPs,
Mm.
single entries.
Yeah.
So, um, yeah, I like a lot of these games. I think there's a couple of them maybe that I'm not really that interested in, but even then, I mean, I could take a guy from probably every game tonight. Probably.
Yeah. Yeah. For sure.
There's not like a Memphis Miami game or something, I mean,
Yeah.
even like Orlando Miami, which I won't even target probably, but I mean, I have them on the sheet, but and I'll just touch on it quick. But there's a couple guys in that game that I mean, you could go
Yeah.
to no Aaron Gordon. I mean, you could play Hazonia or Fournier. You could play Dragic against Orlando. You could play Richardson against Orlando. So I mean, there's
Yeah.
even the ugly games like that are supposed to be
Yeah.
ugly. I like
Yeah. There's
so.
plays.
Yeah, I don't have. Yeah, I mean, literally, I think my lineup. I was doing it earlier. I think I had one player from like almost every single game except two.
That's good for
Um,
cash too. So
yeah, yeah, and for single entries, normally I'd think about a game stack possibly. So I like the Utah New Orleans game. I like the Chicago Sacramento game as far as like fast paced game stacks.
yeah.
But if someone came to me and they were like, "Yeah, I'm thinking about stacking Portland, Detroit, and Charlotte, Denver," I wouldn't even. I'd probably be like, "Yeah, go ahead." I mean, you know,
Yeah. No, that's just one. That's one of my favorite ones. So yeah.
well,
No,
because I mean,
I like it.
it's funny with Detroit, man. They're playing a lot faster that they have Griffin now. So I don't know if that's
Yeah.
because they have Griffin or if they just got rid of like Tobias Harris and Avery Bradley, so now they play faster. But their last you know couple games, they've been scoring a lot, which for DFS purposes, we always like. So,
Yeah.
um, yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
Griffin.
I was gonna say, do you want to
Well.
jump into this? I mean, we've got
Yeah.
5 people pulled up as usual, but I mean, we can touch on a couple others. We'll try to keep it, I guess, fairly short today, but yeah, I'll let you kind of talk about Slick Rick here, but dude's
Yeah.
been on fire.
Yeah, man. He's like point man. I don't know if I can have a cash lineup right now, kind of without him. I mean, $6,500. You could probably look at his history, kind of how he's been playing, but he's been playing the best basketball probably of his career these last couple of games. Um, Actually making some jump shots, which really isn't like Slick Rick
Yeah,
style. But dude gets just the best matchup he could ever dream of, right, for the season.
yeah.
So, I mean, dude, give me Rubio, $6,500 price tag. The way he's been playing, and dude, I like this call, man. This is probably where right now I'm going to go at least for cash games. In the point
Yeah,
guard position. But
yeah, he's been playing. I mean, really well.
yeah,
I mean, we
yeah,
can look at the numbers and stuff, but yeah, he's not playing like he's 6,500. He's playing like he's 8,000. So, um,
yeah,
I will say, and we talked about this offline a little bit. I will fade him in GPPs because when Ricky Rubio has good matchups, he sucks. And it always happens to me. I think I played him against Phoenix, and he had a good game. I think that was on FanDuel. I played him over there. But, I mean, like, he's so weird, man. Like, I don't get it. Like we played him against Atlanta, straight trash, 16. And then, like, he goes and plays San Antonio, who's supposed to be, like, a tough matchup, slow-paced team. He puts up 51 almost. And then, like, Sacramento, 27. Like, New York, 32, Clippers, 30. So, I don't know. Do I think Ricky Rubio is back and he's going to drop 50 tonight? No, I don't.
No, he's not going to get you 50, but I think he can get you 35 to 42 around pretty easy. But I get you, man. He's always got that dud chance in him. He's that kind of basketball player. But kind of the upside of him, man, is he, rebounds, gets assists, he gets steals. So he's got all the peripherals that you want, especially a guy only $6,500. I mean,
yeah, I'm on board with him tonight. Don't get me wrong, but
I think he's going to be highly owned, dude. I think that people look at a lot of recency bias.
Yeah.
The DFS.
Yeah.
So I think in the price tag is just so good. I think he's going to be pretty popular tonight.
Yeah, and I think I saw Jazz have won 5 games in a row. I think so. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah,
so good.
So they're playing pretty good, and it's mainly in part because of him. So
Yeah.
I don't know why that was stopped tonight. So I'm on board with it. I just wanted to make that note because that guy every time he's in a matchup for me just shits the bed. But I'm good with him. I'm also, on the other side of the coin, I don't have him up here, but Donovan Mitchell, I'm on board with him too. I like this game. I mean, I mentioned it, Utah, New Orleans. Normally it's not, like New Orleans, guys, I wouldn't go up against Utah, but I think if you stack this game, I mean, you certainly could. I mean, you could go, Rubio, Mitchell, then throw in Anthony Davis, Drew Holiday, and then throw in your other value plays like, Mirotic on that stack as well, and then throw in your value plays like, Dwight Powell and, a couple other people that are out there tonight. So, I like that game. I think Mitchell playing actually helps too.
I do too, because I think at the game at least it's really competitive too. So
and I just envisioned like Rodney Hood playing 35 minutes and shooting it 60 times, and like Ricky Rubio not getting like any assists because Rodney Hood's out there playing like NBA Jam or something. I mean, he's like the worst ball hog in basketball because he doesn't shoot well. So like, and he never gets assists off his shots either. So you pass it to him, he dribbles it around the perimeter, and then he fires it up with like 2 left on the shot clock. So it's I like that
played like a lot.
Playing, so. Yeah. I like Mitchell. Yeah, I like Mitchell's playing better for Rubio, but I also like Mitchell too. So, and then slam dunk man himself, Zach LaVine. So the only thing I want to say on this is that I need to make sure, like, I haven't seen any news on it, on like him, his minutes, digressing or something like that. Like, I would think he plays 30 again in this game. And I mean, God, dude, wings and point guards against Sacramento. I mean, I don't know how I mean, I like him even at 6,600. I think the price is fair. I don't think it's GPP value. Like, I don't think he's going to get you like 8 times value and put up 56, right? But I think he could go for 40 again. Like,
Yeah. This is a play I've been reading around a lot that everyone's going to be on.
Yeah.
I would definitely probably fade. There's not even a question. I would fade in GPPs.
Yeah.
Like, for sure. Yeah. He does scare me like a little bit, man. I'm not going to lie. Like,
he scares me.
GPPs for sure. I
mean, well, he's not necessarily a safe player, man. I mean, he doesn't shoot well. So really, for him to be effective, he's got to be aggressive and drive to the hole and get fouled. And, I mean, he gets rebounds and assists. So I'm not worried about that aspect of it. But, I mean, I don't know if he's necessarily going to go out like he did the last 2 games and shoot 3 of 6 and 3 of 4 from 3. But, I mean, I think the 0 for 5, 2 of 8, and, 1 of 3, 1 of 4, I think that's more Zach LaVine. But
that's what's
I like this matchup and I like this game. I like this matchup and I like this game. So I'm fine with him here.
Yeah.
I think he's good value for what he is, and I think he's going to be popular too.
Yeah.
So
He's like kind of how
um,
you feel towards Rubio, how I feel towards him, sort of like.
yeah,
Um,
yeah,
but I think that, like you said, he's being popular, so
yep,
um,
I
yeah, I
agree.
don't mind going. You
Yep,
know,
and then you want to jump over to his teammate real quick? I know, you know, I just want to declare I am not a Bobby Portis supporter. Um, I so many times have I played this guy and like
he
expected
comes in and
great, expected great things, and then he gets like 5 fouls.
yeah,
Like he's kind of him
but
and Rubio are very similar to me, which is crazy because like they're seen as like not I don't know if they're seen as safe cash plays tonight, but they're seen as like really good cash plays tonight around the industry, right?
yeah,
I mean, we're
I
talking
think
about
they're seen as safe.
Bobby Portis and Ricky Rubio. Like I have to check myself what year we're in and what planet this is, but um, yeah,
Yeah,
Miritich is gone. Sacramento sucks against power forwards and
yeah.
centers,
No, he's in a
and
good.
you
He's
know,
going to be real popular tonight.
yeah, he's in a good spot.
You almost
So
have to
like,
play. Yeah, you almost have to play these guys, even if you don't want to, just because of the ownership where it's going to lean on this slate. And if they go off, you're going to kind of be behind the eight ball. Just kind of start your day. So, but like
yeah,
you said, man, it's a dream matchup, dude. I
it
mean,
is. It is. Yeah, Sacramento's one of the worst against power forwards, and I don't know if Sacramento didn't play yesterday, right? So I think Randolph should play today, and Scal's been hurt too, so I think he's been playing regularly. But
yeah, yeah,
yeah, listen. I don't mind the play. I just don't know if I'm doing a roster construction. Like I don't know if I'm going to go like Portis and some other 7K guy rather than just paying for like Anthony Davis and like a 4K guy. But we'll see how the lineup takes out. But
there's obviously some news we're waiting on, and if we get that news,
yeah.
um,
Oh yeah,
you
for
know,
sure.
we
Yeah.
could easily
I
go
mean, yeah.
Anthony Davis and just look past this guy. Pretty easy.
Yeah, I mean if yeah, it's a good point. So like I mean if Oladipo and Collison are out or one or the other, I mean, you get Lance Stevenson who's available, who's relatively cheap. You get Corey Joseph who's in a great spot and probably really cheap if I remember correctly.
Yeah,
But yeah, like you said, I mean, he might get overlooked just because people might go Powell, Stevenson, Joseph, and then go like Anthony Davis and a couple 8K guys and just overlook him. But um,
which
you
I
know,
would. I don't hate that idea either because I mean I think like not to kind of touch on Lance Stevens, we don't know what he's going to play, but dude, he gets all the peripherals, if not more than Bobby Portis does. Dude, I mean, I roster Lance a lot in
mhm.
TFS, even when they're healthy. You know, and he doesn't need a lot of minutes to get the value. That dude just does everything when he's on the floor. It's
I agree.
crazy, dude. So
I agree. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it'll depend how it shakes out. I mean, right now I like him for cash,
yeah,
but like I
no,
said,
sure,
there's some value that
yeah,
comes out. I mean, a guy like Levine or Portis might go to the wayside for me just because I'll play like you said, Joseph and Stevenson and Powell, and then maybe I pay up for like Bradley Beal because I have the money to, like
yeah,
because there's some good plays tonight that are in the 7 to 9K range that I want to play, but it's just not realistic to play them all, right? I
yeah.
mean, you
No,
said
yeah,
before this, you were like, yeah, I wish I could play 15 guys tonight, and it's like, yeah, and there's that
yeah,
many pretty good options on paper, so
yeah. There's a lot of value. There could be
yeah,
even more that opens up. So
yeah. Yeah, and then these last two, I mean, Miritich, like, so Miritich for me, I, it's funny because, like, on paper and price wise, like, meh, whatever.
yeah,
Like, I'm not a
I
huge
feel
fan. I'm not a huge fan of him tonight, to be honest with you. But to
neither.
save my ass in cash games and like, get in line and follow the group, I'm gonna play him. But
Yeah, no, unfortunately,
don't necessarily like power forwards against Utah. I don't mind centers against Utah lately, but I don't necessarily like power forwards, and especially shooting power forwards. But I mean, he was great his first
yeah,
game with them. I think he had like career highs and like steals and rebounds, or season highs in career and steals and rebounds. So
Yeah.
I don't see that happening again. But
But yeah,
yeah, I mean, what's your thoughts here? I mean, I think he's going to be popular, and I think I like this game. So
yeah, I think he's going to be probably one of the top three highest owned players, like as of right now, kind of behind
yeah,
Powell.
yeah,
Dude, I'm in the same exact boat you are. If this was like an 11 game slate or a 10-game slate,
yeah,
I wouldn't even. I don't even care what the ownership would probably. I don't like him that much in the spot, but
yeah,
from what I'm reading, he's going to be over 40% owned. So I think you got to get in line, just kind of follow it. Hope he
yeah.
has a good. I mean, he could still have a good game, but as far as like the matchup, I don't really love the matchup as much. But hopefully he comes out, hit some threes, kind of
Yeah,
set the tone, get some rebounds.
I agree.
If he does that, he'll be fine. But no, man, I'm on board with you, dude. This
Well,
is chalk I don't love.
well, it's just funny, right? So, like, I mean, look at these five guys we have up, right?
Yeah,
I feel like well, okay, I feel like, let's say last year. Last year, if you told me these were five people I had in my cash lineup, I'd slap you in the face. Like, are you kidding me? These are some of the most volatile basketball players in the National Basketball Association.
right.
Like in the history of basketball of DFS that I've played, like these five guys are like Rubio. Are you kidding me? Like Zach LaVine, all the guy does is dunk the ball.
Yeah,
Mirotic, like, he can go for 50 or 10. Powell may not play. And Portis, I I mean, same situation as like Mirotic and Powell, really. But it's just funny where we've come to, man. Like, and what NBA DFS is like every night. Like, these guys in 2 days might not even be relevant. Like,
no, it's so that's the annoying part is that everyone jumps like on these guys, like the whole
yeah,
industry does so fast, and the ownership is just skyrocketed where you're sort of forced to play them in cash games. And if you don't, like, and they have a good game, man, you know,
yeah. I
you're
will
just
say
like,
off that. I will say off that. It's interesting because like 2 days from now, like say Powell for some reason like like he's super high owned tonight because he's cheap and Barnes is out, right?
yeah,
But say 2 games from now, Barnes is back and Powell only plays like 15 minutes tonight. Like Powell legit could go from like 60 to 70% owned tonight to like 2% in like a game. Like, it's just
no,
crazy to
no,
me
that's
thinking
not
about it,
even,
like how these guys,
yeah,
are relevant one night because of a matchup or like a opportunity, right? And then the next slate they might just be, like you don't even mention them,
yeah.
you know? Like, I don't know.
Yeah, we,
It's just funny to me, but
we've talked about that before, like guys in, dream matchups or,
yeah.
get a boost and they really come in and do kind of what we think we're going to do.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
but,
Yeah, like
kind
I
of
said, it's just funny to me. I was thinking about it earlier and I was like,
no, it's
man,
crazy.
2 days from now, these guys might not even be like, people I'm even considering for the slate. So,
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah,
but
this mirror touch until they raise this price up, I think it's going to be a thing, and that's just like annoying. But it's fine. I mean, I don't mind taking fillers if I know the ownership's going to be real high. It's kind of makes it like a little bit easier for us that we don't have to worry about it. But at the same time, there still is risk, like in the guys you named. I mean, like you said, Rubio, Levine, it's crazy. Like Levine and Cash to me is just like it's just like
yeah,
insane. But I mean,
I know.
it
Yeah,
makes sense, dude. It makes sense. People are going to go there. So
I know.
I mean,
I know. Yeah. No, I'm with you. I mean, I overall, man, I really like this slate. I mean, I really like it. Uh, just I was messing around earlier. I was doing a GPP, and I think what I'm going to do tonight, and I think it's kind of a good strategy. Well, we'll see what happens, but this is kind of like my strategy tonight. So I'm going to do the cash line, right? And then all the guys who I couldn't fit in the cash line, I'm going to take them and I'm just going to throw them into like other lineups.
that's good, yeah.
And
Yeah,
I'm gonna keep the same, I'm gonna keep Powell probably because he's cheap.
yeah,
Um, but like Rubio, instead of Rubio, I'll go like De'Aaron Fox.
yeah.
And then in the other one, I'll go Jamal Murray. And then, like center, I might go like Jokic in one, Howard in another one, and Drummond in another one because those are centers I want to play.
Yeah, no, that's a good. Yeah, that's a good thing. Like we talked about it off air. Is like when to fade the chalk and when not to fade the chalk.
Yeah.
And I mean, for me, when you get a guy like Westbrook or Harden or James who are going to be,
Yeah.
11K or higher,
Yeah.
and 80% owned, you can fade the chalk there because the price tag is so high. But a guy like Powell only at 3,700, right? Mike, that's his price tag, I think.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
I mean, you
Yeah.
can't fade him, and even at GPPs, I don't think, just because of the price tag versus the situation. But do you want to talk about Powell? We didn't talk about him.
Yeah, I mean, we can. Yeah, did we not talk about him? Jeez, I mean, I mentioned him probably like 19
No.
times, but
Yeah,
I mean, Barnes is out. They're apparently
Yeah.
done with the Maxi Kleber situation there, the rookie.
Yeah.
I was telling you earlier, Powell started last game and Kleber played like 1 minute. I don't even know what he came in for.
Yeah.
Maybe he came in to foul someone at the end. I don't know. But
Yeah.
yeah, so he started last game. I don't know if he's going to start tonight. Either way, I don't care because I mean he's 3,700. So
Yeah.
he had a good game last game. He played 31 minutes. So him starting wasn't just like a let's get a new starter and then take him out and
Yeah.
not play him again. He played 28 before that. So I don't know. I mean, no
Yeah.
Blake
This is
Griffin, no Blake Griffin there anymore. So
Yeah.
I like.
No.
I
This
don't
is
know
a
if you ever
plug
watched him
plug
play,
and
but
play.
he is fun to watch play.
No, I have. I mean, I've actually seen him sit more on the bench than I've actually watched him play basketball. But yeah, I've watched him before. Uh, Good spot. Ownership's going to be so high on him. Maybe the highest owned guy tonight. I will say though, he does get Rick Carlisle sometimes, which is sort of scary, But
Yeah.
I think it's a pretty safe play. I mean, it's a safe play because he's 3,700. So it's a fill-in. Everyone's going to have him. Everyone that does DFS, you know, seriously and competitively is going to have him in their lineup. So plug him in, free square for everyone tonight.
Yeah. 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 I like it, man. I was just reading something about Powell actually, but yeah. If I was doing GPPs, I think I told you like if I did 5 of them, I'd play him in 4, and mainly just
Yeah.
because like he got injured or something. That'd be the only reason I wouldn't play him. I think the
Like,
minutes are going to be okay tonight. I'm not worried about that. If he starts, definitely don't worry about that. It's a late game, so I don't even know if we get their starting lineup before then.
yeah. I don't think
Barnes,
it really matters.
I saw they brought some dude from the G League. I think he's Jalen Jones. He's a small forward. I don't know. I don't know what this is about. I was reading something. Yeah, they claimed him off waivers a month ago. He's coming back. He could play residual minutes or something. I don't know. Maybe he plays 10 minutes, but he's plays small forward, so I don't even think he cuts into Powell's time. I think he probably cuts into like Wes Matthews or someone, or the backup small forward for them, who I couldn't even begin to tell you who that is. So, because they play Barnes and Matthews and switch them, but yeah. Anybody else you like tonight? I had a couple names written down. I mean, for GPPs, just literally based off matchups.
I would just monitor, the Indiana situation.
Yeah.
That's going to be huge. There's a couple of, value plays there with Joseph and Stevenson if you want to go there. Obviously, Bonus is going to probably jump, pretty high up on the projection rating if
Yep, he will.
Miles Turner's out. But yeah, I mean, I don't know who's on your list, but I sort of got I got Drummond on mine. I got Stanley Johnson.
Yep.
I got Jokic on mine.
Yep.
And one guy I sort of have, man. I don't know what you're gonna think about. You're probably a little crazy here, but I got Dirk.
Dirk's on the
I don't know why.
Dirk's on the cheat sheet. Yeah.
Yeah, I like him a little bit for GPPs.
Yep.
With Barnes out, kind of makes a little bit of sense. But
yeah,
there's a lot of ways I think you can go tonight. I think as soon as we get the
absolutely
news, that's going to kind of settle everything in. Because I don't think you can really make a lineup, dude, really, until you really know what's going on in Indiana.
Yeah, I sent that article out to the team or whatever, and I was reading it, but it's like, one of the rules of DFS is never set your lineups early, because all that does is like mess with your head, Now, I mean, do I set lineups and be like, yeah, this is it? Like, yeah, sometimes I do. But then news comes out and it's like, well, back to the drawing board. But then it's funny because like the line I did originally cashes, right? So I mean, you can overthink things in DFS, like just because, and we talked about it before, but like, say Collison doesn't play and Corey Joseph becomes an elite play, right?
Yeah.
Like get Corey Joseph in your lineup, but someone like Ricky Rubio, if he doesn't fit, is still a really good play. Like just because you went cheaper doesn't mean you shouldn't try to play someone because someone else takes over already. So I mean, I would say I've got the sheet done already, which is based off of not having Pacers and other news, but I like De'Aaron Fox at point guard. He's been playing well, and he gets the best matchup of the season for him, which Chicago's dead last against point guards. I like Dragic a little bit for cash, even. I like Harris. I like Harris and Barton, specifically Barton, because Michael Kidd-Gilchrist does not know how to play defense. I like Harkless if Turner and Napier are out. We talked about him. Yeah, he might become almost like a cash game play if that happens.
For his price tag, yeah, for sure.
I'll close with this in the chat yesterday. We were all dying laughing because on FanDuel yesterday, Harkless was like 8K, I think.
Yeah.
And he ended up playing 31 minutes after like it did not play the game before and put up 34 points.
Yeah, that's crazy.
I mean, like literally, it was so weird. It's one of those things where it's like, do these companies know like what's going to happen in the future? Like, it's really weird. But
it's a bold prediction, really.
Seriously, like dude didn't even play the game before, and Turner played yesterday, and Harkless comes in there and drops 34 in like 30 minutes, like unbelievable.
No, that's crazy. Yeah, I mean,
he'll become interesting if that happens. But and then I was just looking through, I don't know. I'll post the sheet on Twitter and in the group and everything.
Yeah.
There's some tough plays tonight as far as like they're in good positions, but I think what's going to happen, like I said earlier, I think I'm just going to end up playing someone else because they fit my line better.
Yeah.
But center, for instance, is loaded. Like, if you told me like, hey, Anthony Davis, Drummond, Jokic, Howard, Jordan, Gobert, even Nurkic, like pick one, I probably wouldn't. I'd probably be like, I'll just make 8 lineups or 4 lineups and put one at center, one at utility. Like,
yeah, no, that's it.
Like a lot of them. Yeah.
See, I think tonight's going to come down to not picking the value plays right. If you're going to pay up for a guy like Drummond or pay up for a guy like Anthony Davis, they better have a good game.
Yeah.
That's the thing. I think everyone's going to have, Powell and Mirotic, and, I think even Rubio's going to be sort of chalky, like I said before. So you better get your high-end dollar players right tonight to make it a good night. But I like this slate, so it's going to keep FanDuel rolling, man. FanDuel's been insane. So
yeah, man, it's been good.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, we'll get into it tonight. We'll, like I said, monitor the news, and I'll post the sheet. The sheet's funny tonight because I'm actually I use the sheet. I'm echoing now.
Man. No.
But I use the sheet. But tonight I'm really probably going to use the sheet. I'm probably going to do it to do my single entries. So
yeah, no, that's a good idea.
So we'll see. Man. But yeah, we'll get after it tonight. Good luck, and hopefully those big single entries we're playing. Hopefully we get some money off it. So
yeah, man, we need to. We're hurting over here, right?
So we're dying after MMA crushed. Yeah, just so hurt.
Yeah, MMA was so good. Like I said before we let you get off, guys. I mean, dude, we have a package. $30 just for NBA. $40 gets you everything. I mean, and just no BS, total honesty. Transparency.
Yep.
Just for MMA for $40 a month is worth. It's 3-0. It's on fire.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's crazy. Usually we get 2 lineups if the slate is good. We only got 1 last time, and it crushed. I mean, we literally finished tied for third in the 150 max, and if our guy would have won that, we would have won the whole tournament. But since our last guy didn't win it, we did.
Well, he he won,
like I said,
right? But
no.
he didn't win by like knockout or something. So,
Oh yeah. He didn't
yeah,
get as many
yeah,
points as he should have.
yeah.
So
He
I
won.
mean,
He didn't
it's
win by TKO or anything. But yeah, MMA has been insane. FanDuel NBA has been really good. Hockey's
yeah,
been decent the last few. NBA DraftKings, it's funny. So, we've had a little bit of a skid here at the end, or I guess the last few days, but
yeah.
I fully expect that to end tonight, man. Think we got a good core of players we like tonight. I think we stick to it. I think we put together a winning lineup, and yeah, that's all I have to say about that. So yeah,
Get it on a good streak. But like I said, guys,
right.
no brainer for $40 for all the sports you get in MMA. $40.
Yep. Yeah, and it's DFS Eggheads on Twitter. You can message on there. You can message us on Facebook. Do we have a Facebook yet? We don't have a Facebook set up yet, do we?
We can get one. That'll take 10 minutes.
I thought I was. Look at me. I'm promoting a social media site we don't even have yet. I know you said you were working on Facebook, so I was like, oh yeah, you can find us on Facebook. No, you can't. Not yet. Let's stick to Twitter, and you can post a comment on YouTube. Yeah, let's do that. So yeah, man.
Hit us up on Twitch. We don't have a Twitch. Yeah, hit us up on. Yeah, no.
Not on Facebook yet. So don't do that.
We will be, but no, yeah, things are going pretty well. We're gonna get DK rolling here. Start off the week, and like I said, guys, DM us any questions.
Yep.
Good luck tonight, man.
Yeah, good luck. We'll talk to you later.
All right, man. Sounds good.
All right, take care.